Beautiful. So, look at all your pretty faces. So nice to see you all this evening. As always, just a quick reminder before we begin. Everything will be optional as we move along. So take only what you need for yourself this evening. Leave everything else behind. Take as many breaks as you need to. Take water as you need to. And if anything isn't working for you as we move along, just get my attention so that I know and I'll speak to something different for you for that space. Sound fair?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. We'll begin in Supta Konasana this evening. So lie on your back, bring the soles of your feet into touch, and take a few moments as you allow yourself to settle in here to just notice any sensations that might show up. Without any need to fix or change anything, just notice, be an observer. And as you find a comfortable space, allow your eyes to gently flutter to close. And then on your next exhale, press the air all the way out. Pause before taking your inhale. Make your inhale very deliberate. Feel the breath, fill yourself all the way up to capacity. Pause once again. Open your mouth, press the air out with intention. Feel the breath move through your body. Take 3 more rounds of breath with this same focus and intention. Feeling it move through the body, making your exhale intentional. And with your next round of breath, make your inhale just as big, seal your lips, and exhale just as forcefully with your lips sealed to begin cultivating your Ujjayi breath. This powerful breath allows you to build heat and energy from within inside your body. This heat and energy will help to carry you through each posture as we move through class. If you would like to set an intention to help guide your practice this evening, you could set one now. This might be a word or a mantra. It might be a thought or a feeling. It might be simple gratitude for having landed on your mat this evening. If nothing at all calls to you and you would like something to focus on, I would offer to you to focus on willingness this evening. As you're moving through each pose or as you're conducting each exercise, allow yourself to really focus in on what you're willing to feel as far as space for discomfort, as far as ease. What are you willing to create? And what efforts are you willing to invest to reach your goals, whatever those might be? Whatever intention might call to you this evening, take a big inhale to fill up. Open mouth exhale to seal your intention. Recapture Ujjayi breath. Taking 2 more rounds in stillness as you inventory your body and commit to honoring just what your body needs as we move through class. With your next round of breath, gently close your knees together like a book. Then hug them into your chest, give them a squeeze, and let yourself take a few little gentle rolls from side to side. And take a few circles, rolling from the right to the left and then the left to the right. Feel a little warmth building through the spine. Feel energy building through the body. Staying committed to noticing the breath, full and complete rounds. And then take 3 or 4 rolls up and down your mat. With your final roll, roll through to Navasana, docked boat. Taking a moment to set up your docked boat. Toes could be touching, hands might be at the thighs. You're not working for a new edge in this space, just working to start building some heat. Feeling sensation in the body. Staying here, feeling your heart lift. Feeling the muscles along the spine begin to tingle with the beginnings of sensation. Legs are active. One more round of breath. Then moving slowly with intention, lengthen all the way out. Take a long, big good morning stretch. Feel your fingers reach towards the wall behind you. Feel your feet reach long in front of you. Use your inhale to fill up completely. And with your exhale, roll your way up to dock to boat once again. Once again, allow yourself to feel that lifting of the heart, tucking your low belly in, feeling that helps to ease the work. Feel your active legs. Feel how those legs support your lifting up, feeling the spine begin to engage. A few more rounds of breath, noticing your inhale to capacity, intentionally pausing to press the air out. Slowly lower all the way down, sending the arms overhead, reaching out long. Big inhale to fill up. With your exhale, roll up, Navasana, docked boat once again. In this last time here, if you're ready to add a little more challenge, you might like to float your legs to tabletop, maybe reaching your arms up high. Beautiful, Amanda. Finding a little more heat building engagement. Still notice the activation through the legs. Feel the spine lift. Feel a little up dog in your chest. Awesome adjustment. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, on 1, slowly roll your way through into tabletop. Pause in tabletop for just a moment to set up with intention. Rather than just plopping into the position, really take a moment to set it up. With intention, plant your knees directly under your hips, your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, your neck directly in line with your spine. With your inhale, send your chin up towards the ceiling, cow pose. With your exhale, cat, round your spine like a Halloween cat. Beautiful. Inhale, cow pose, chin up. Exhale, cat, round your spine. Take 3 more rounds of cat-cow on your own, and feel free to incorporate any little refining movements that you like. Maybe you like to add some body circles or hip rolls, neck rotations, any little refining movements that feel nice and call to you. Add them in. 3 more rounds of breath, making those refinements as big or small as suits you today. Excuse me. There's absolutely no rush at all to finish. But when you do finally finish your final round, simply stack back into tabletop with intention. In this tabletop, really focus in on feeling yourself press the mat away, equal effort through all 10 finger pads. Pop up onto your fingertips and notice the shift of engagement that's necessary to hold this space. Now gently float your fingers back down. Keep those same engagements and notice any shift in the work. Use your inhale to fill up. With your exhale, scoop your low belly tighter just a little bit in towards your spine. Squeeze it in with effort. And with your next inhale, float your knees 1 inch off of the mat to hovering tabletop. Stay right here, or add the next layer of challenge by lifting your right leg and extending it out long behind you. Play with hip level height to see if you can keep that engagement. Actively lengthen your leg out long. Imagine you could reach it all the way to the wall behind you. Feel your obliques hug in to support that extra effort. Stay here for just 2 more rounds of breath. Then moving with slow motion, replace your toe back to hovering tabletop and switch sides. Float your left leg out long behind you. Feel the shift of engagement. Still actively pressing the mat away, all 10 finger pads engaged. Dome out the space between your shoulder blades. Beautiful. Try to separate them and make them as far apart as you can. Continuing to lengthen your leg out long. Really active work here. Hugging the low belly in. Feel the obliques engage. Just 2 more rounds of breath. Then slowly float your toes back to hovering tabletop. Static hold here, or add another layer of challenge. Right hand to left knee for 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, switch sides if you took it. 5, 4, 3, 2. On one with your exhale, downward facing dog. Find some movements in this first down dog. Generously bend into one knee, then the other. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe pop up onto your tiptoes and bend your knees for a different type of release. Take the next 3 rounds of breath. Yes, dolphin's an excellent option, Amanda, to take any little refinements or variations that feel nice. And then with your next round of breath, move into stillness in your down dog. For this first round of breath of stillness, just notice what sensations show up. Press into all 10 finger pads with equal effort, and then float up onto your fingertips, just as we did in tabletop. Note where you need to shift and adjust engagements to support that work, then float your hands back down to the mat. Stay here or invite a little challenge to build more heat, taking your right hand to your left ankle. Beautiful. Now pause here and reach for the outside edge, and maybe take your gaze out a little bit further past your arm, maybe looking up. Beautiful. Using your obliques here. Awesome. Beautiful, Grace. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, slowly switch out your hands. Notice the shift of engagement. Notice if you have the same type of challenge on the other side, or if it's more challenging on the first side. Not for any purpose other than to just draw awareness to where your engagements shift as you shift work. Maybe sneaking your heart a little bit more open, finding a little more ease and surrender. Beautiful adjustment, Amanda. Finding one more round of breath to open up with. Staying here, beautiful. Maybe opening up just a touch more. Perfect, Terry. Stay right here, just one more breath to explore. Then slowly send your hand back out in front. Reset and hug your low belly in even tighter than before, and activate your legs to help float your heels a little closer to the mat. With your inhale, look forward and pop up onto your tippy toes. And then as slow as you can, tiptoe your toes to your hands for ragdoll. Yes, 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 yes. Those are the best transitions I have seen all week. Excellent work. Take a generous bend in your knees. Maybe reach for opposite elbows, or interlace your hands, taking them behind your neck or your back. Allow yourself for the next 3 rounds of breath to focus in on ways that you can create ease by taking little refining movements. Tucking your low belly up or in and then lifting up and feeling how this supports the ease and new space to fold into. One more round of breath in. Folding a little deeper as you breathe out. Releasing your hands. Heel toe your feet into touch. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Pause here for a moment and focus on your legs. What do you feel happening in your legs here? You should feel activation through your hamstrings. Maybe you feel a little lengthening and a little more engagement through your glutes as you lengthen your spine out. Feel your hip flexors, the outside edge of your hip muscles start to engage the more you lengthen your spine. Imagine I'm pressing my finger into the center of your back. Lift into that space. Awesome adjustments. Yes. Exhale, fold all the way. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. That same big space. Awesome. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high plank, top of a push-up. Pause here to create stability by extending your legs out long. Really activate the muscles in your legs. Then extend the crown of your head a little closer to the front of the room. Slowly lower your knees to the mat. Pausing here and really commit to keeping yourself pressing the mat away. You're in this modified high plank, but it's still a really active high plank, right? Hugging the low belly in, keeping the legs active, lengthening out long. And this time we're gonna play with a little bit of shoulder warm up. So really try to press your shoulder blades as far away from one another as you can. Beautiful. Hold that space, tucking the low belly in, lengthening the crown of the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards one another without bending your elbows, just squeezing through the shoulder blades. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Try to separate them as far away from each other as you can. Awesome. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Squeeze your shoulder blades in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lengthen the crown of the head. Fight the urge. Beautiful. Separate your shoulders wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come back to a neutral high, modified high plank. Keep all of these same activations. And with your exhale, lower halfway down to low plank. But don't let your shoulders roll forward. Keep them lifted. Beautiful. Now release your legs behind you and lift your heart up towards the ceiling for up dog. Awesome. Feel active leg engagement, active core engagement. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, full breath out. Reset, reconnect with breath and intention. And know that you are in charge of the work and experience in every round of breath as you move through each pose and every exercise of practice. You're in charge of the experience. Check in with your willingness. That's a great deal of your perspective about how the work is happening on the mat. Using your breath, your drishti, and all of those tools to engage with subtle discomfort in every round allows you to tap in and really master your possibilities. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or float to the top. Take it back. We're gonna practice that. Take it back. Yeah. Why not, right? This is an excellent core strengthening exercise. So bend your knees deep here. Look forward. Follow your gaze forward with your feet. Core, core, core. Use it to spring forward. Yes! Just like that. Awesome, everyone. Take it back. Do it one more time. It's so fun when you get it, right? Bend your knees. Feel that engagement. Spring forward. Follow your gaze to the top of the mat. Awesome work. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, mountain pose, root down to rise up. Whoop. Finding those uneven spaces all over the ground. That's an awesome added challenge, Grace. I love it. Press down and find the 4 corners of your feet. And once you land in a spot where you feel truly grounded and centered, then work to send extra energy out of your fingertips as you feel every element of your body hugging in towards the center line. Imagine you could wrap your obliques tight around your spine. You're hugging everything that tightly in. Feel your legs engage. Feel your inner thighs turn on just as much as your outer thighs light up. Feel your glutes, lower core hug in, and feel the muscles along the spine begin to tingle with sensation as you grow a little taller. With your exhale, easy twist, open up to the right. Send your left arm in front of you, your right arm behind. Your legs remain grounded in mountain pose, with your hips locked to the front of the room and equal effort through both legs. Using your core to explore those new spaces to twist into. One more breath in. Maybe you find a new edge as you breathe out. Commit to active legs and core. Slow motion, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, easy twist to the left. Your right arm reaching forward, left arm behind. Once again, feeling grounded, equal effort through both legs in mountain pose, and using your core to explore those new spaces to reach into. Knowing that every round of breath you explore new space, you're growing, you're creating your new edge for every round. One more breath in. Flirt with new space as you breathe out. Commit to those active grounded legs. Slow motion, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink into all of those fabulous sensations that show up as soon as you move into chair, right? It's powerful. It's a grounding. Think of that thunderbolt, right? Like the symbol of a thunderbolt, all of that power. It's all in this posture. You create the experience when you engage with your maximum willingness to grow, to be vulnerable, to find that edge, that spot where you may actually fall down and have to get back up. It doesn't matter how many times you fail or fall. What matters is that you persist, seeking that new space to grow into. One more breath in, creating your new edge as you breathe out. Commit to keeping all of this activation and moving slower than you want. Use your inhale to lift up to mountain pose. Beautiful transitions. Send those sensations out of your fingertips. Use your inhale to grow just a little taller. And with your exhale, back bend. Goal post your arms and squeeze your shoulder blades in towards one another. Keep your legs and core really active. Inhale, lift back up to mountain. Exhale, forward fold, lengthening out long. Beautiful transitions. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthening as you lift. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Reset, reconnect with breath, willingness, and opportunity. And as we pick up the pace and flow that little bit we just did, breath with movement, I want you to honor your breath, and I want you to honor your intention of movement as well. You all did an exceptional job in that first round of keeping yourself actively grounded while transitioning from pose to pose. Afford yourself that same emphasis on form as we move breath with movement. Each round of chaturanga flow, take only what suits you and leave everything else behind. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. Commit to the mountain legs. Exhale, easy twist to the right. Awesome. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, easy twist to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, sinking to a new edge if you can through your exhale. Slow motion, inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Lift your heart as you squeeze your shoulder blades in. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, high plank. Left knee, left elbow. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides if you took it. 3, 2, 1. Right leg lifts to a hover for 3, 2, 1. Switch sides if you took it for 3, 2, 1. Right hand, left shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides if you took it. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or float. Use your core. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, mountain. Active legs and core. Exhale, easy twist to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, easy twist to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair pose, maybe sinking just a touch deeper. Awesome. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, high plank. Right hand, left shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides if you took it. 3, 2, 1. Right knee, right elbow. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides if you took it. 3, 2, 1. Right leg floats to a hover. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides if you took it. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, easy twist to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, easy twist to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, high plank. Hold right here, right arm is base. Open up to side plank. Stay or float your top leg to a hover for 3, 2, 1. Release your leg or keep it lifted and thread the needle for 3, 2, 1. Float your hand back up, reset, then replant in high plank. Switch sides. Stay or float your top leg to a hover for 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted or release it and thread the needle for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Release back to high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Reset, reconnect with breath and intention. Gently lower your knees to hovering tabletop. Hold here. Just a little bit more heat building before we take a quick respite. Floating your knees to that hovering tabletop. Stay here or extend your left leg out long behind you. Then bend your knee and flex your foot and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, press your heel up towards the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, release your leg and switch sides. Beautiful work. Pause and create stability first. Beautiful. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, tiny presses up to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, replace your foot back to that hovering tabletop for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a seat back on your heels. Maybe take a quick sip of water or a towel off. Hopefully everybody's got a little bit of heat built up. You feel some heat?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What about you, Harry? You look like you feel some heat.
It's hot in here.
It's hot. Like, wow, it's hot here. How's your wrist doing? Still sore?
Or, but it is what it is.
Know that you can always modify in your forearms if you like. Just always throwing it out there for you. So we're going to switch over to Pilates breath from a seated position today because it's going to get fiery here for a few, and it just seems like that's the way to go, right? So send your legs out long in front of you, sitting up tall in a staff pose, if you will. And take your hands to your rib cage here. Now, I know I'm fortunate this evening, but Harry, you have not done a lot of Yogalates classes yet. So this will sound redundant to Grace and Amanda, but it's always good to have a refresher too, right? So your low lats, I want you to lock them into place. So imagine that they're cemented into place. They can't move at all. So keeping that in mind, you're breathing into your back and your ribs. So imagine you want all the air to fill as much as you can in through your back and ribs while keeping your core, your lower core engaged. So with your inhale through your nose, feel your ribs expand towards the walls, side walls. And then with your exhale, feel your low belly draw even tighter into your spine and use your abdominals to close your ribs in tighter. So with your inhale, feel your ribs expand. With your exhale, beautiful. Yes, exactly like that. Take 2 more of these practice rounds of breath. And then when you finish your final practice round, simply release your hands beside you and then scoot yourself a little bit forward towards the end of your mat so that your feet are close to the edge of your mat because you're going to roll down and it just makes it a little easier. So from here, recommit to that same shoulder stability. Float your arms out long in front of you. Now you want your arms to be active as in they're lengthening, but you don't want to be holding a ton of effort in them. So you want to reach them as if you could reach them towards those front walls, but maintaining that shoulder stability. Let your chin just naturally relax down towards your chest. Pause here. Use your inhale to fill up. And as you exhale, start from just above your pelvic bone. Begin scooping your belly towards your spine and use that to pull yourself down. So your spine turns into a capital letter C rather than your heart lifting up like we do in boat pose. So scooping in to lower. Yes, beautiful. Keep scooping in, keep scooping in, keep scooping in. Yes, don't hold your breath. Press it out. I know it's hard. It's just continued awareness. Just come back to it. When your shoulders touch, use your inhale to fill up. And with your exhale, same thing. Start scooping in from the lowest part to lift yourself. You're really just scooping your way all the way up. Beautiful. Hugging in, lengthening the legs, keeping them active, scooping in, scooping in. Pause at the start, and then reach all the way forward past your toes. Beautiful. Lengthen out as long as you can. And then use your inhale to float back to the start position. And with your exhale, scoop it in to lower back down. Beautiful work. Don't ever be in a rush. Keep forceful exhales. That really does a lot of the core work here. Scooping in as you lower, committing to breath. Beautiful work. Pausing to reset, then using your inhale to fill up. With your exhale, scoop it in to roll your way back up. Awesome, Amanda. Scoop in, Reach it forward. Use your core the whole way. Lengthen through your spine. Awesome. Use your inhale to float yourself back to the start, and then scoop in with your exhale to lower back. Last one. When you release after this one, send your arms long in front of you. Awesome, Grace. Take a long good morning stretch. Feel how awesome it is. And then we're going to work into teaser today. So this is a newer posture. I haven't taught it in a while. Let's put it that way. So for teaser, what we're going to do is the easiest way for my yogis to get this part is you're going to imagine, we're going to start in a docked boat to work into this pose. This exercise, I should say. It's not a pose because we're in Pilates portion now. So from a docked boat, really be intentional about setting up, really lifting through the heart. Feel your full belly engage. Feel your obliques turn on. Feel the spine muscles light up. Where'd your Pilates breath go? Everyone's not breathing. Shh. Using that breath. So pause here and reconnect with your Pilates breath. Now, float your feet up to full boat. Full boat. Awesome. Now from your full boat, reach your arms towards your feet. And I want you to slowly follow my count. Begin to link. Imagine your spine has little links. You're lowering the links one at a time. Beautiful. Start lowering, start lowering, start lowering, scooping and pause. Now Harry, all you need to do is reach your arms a little bit up further, your legs up a little bit further. Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Everyone here. You can stay here or you can add a little more challenge by separating your feet to a hip width distance. Beautiful. Pause here, scooping your low belly in. Keep reaching your fingers up high towards the ceiling. I know your neck's trying to do the work. Close your upper ribs. It's okay to have to reset. Close your upper ribs, scoop your low belly in and reach just a little further for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Fight the urge to just fall out. Draw your knees into your chest and intentionally roll onto your back. Give your knees a squeeze and take a few gentle rolls from side to side. Super challenging, right? But we're going to add on to that. So we're going to come back to teaser. So, Amanda, I want you to turn your mat like kitty corner for a moment so I can see your the side a little better because I can only see part of your engagement. So, I'm going to have Grace come back to full boat. And she's so fortunate she gets to do a little extra work here, right? So now from that full boat, reach your arms up parallel. Yes, perfect. Pause right. Oop, you went past go. Perfect. Right here. Now slowly scooping your low belly in, lower your upper body until just the very bottoms of your shoulder blades touch the mat. Keep your legs where they are. Pause. Now scoop in and lift back up. Right there. That's what we're doing. Everybody meet us in this. Harry's like, yep, that's a lot. So here's the modification. If it's there, this is why we have different layers. You can bend your knees for more ease, just like Grace is doing right now. Show the tabletop. Yeah, now you can also, Grace, plant your feet. Start from here. Plant your feet, hands up, and now scoop in just till the part of your lower shoulder blades touch. Pause. Right there. Pause. Don't go any lower. Scoop in and roll back up. Pausing in that same start position. Awesome. Beautiful, Amanda. Beautiful, Grace. Yes, just like that. So move. Yes, Harry, beautiful. So feeling this, the entire purpose is you want stability through the legs. You want active engagement. You want to use the entire of your center. So you're closing your ribs and you're scooping your low belly in. Beautiful work. Yes. Scooping in, taking 4 more repetitions on your own. Awesome. Yes. Beautiful. Scooping in. This is exactly the intention you move with. Move with that intention. You can use active legs, Harry. Don't worry about that. Use it. Use that space. It'll help still to strengthen those core spaces. But really focus on scooping in and closing the ribs. Awesome work. And when you finish your fourth repetition, with intention, gather your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze, and take a few gentle rolls from side to side. Just when you didn't think it could get more challenging. And it's such tiny movements, right? Like, that's the beauty of Pilates work. It's these tiny little non-movement almost, right? It almost feels like barely nothing that feels like everything. But you're really contacting and really digging into those tiny muscle groups that often don't get a chance to be heard. So you're giving them a voice, so that's cool. So from here, we're gonna add on, and you're gonna love this one because it's fun. Super fun. And nobody in this group has osteoarthritis, to my knowledge, correct? In the spine? No spinal osteoarthritis? Good. Sweet. All right, good. So then we're totally good to go. So starting back at Grace, you're looking at me like, no, this can't possibly be good. So we're going to start back in that teaser position we just left. Everybody's like, why? That's not a good plan. So from here, I want you to just reach forward. I want you to grab a hold of your feet. Your ankles, rather. Yes, there you go. Beautiful. Now, what does this feel like? Does it feel a little wobbly, a little shaky, a little awkward, right? See if you can lengthen your legs out. If you need a bend in your knees, that's totally fine too. But keep them active. Actively engage your heart. Scoop your belly in. Beautiful. Now, I just want you to hold here. Stability being the goal. Imagine that you're being held at gunpoint and all you got to do is stay still for 4 more rounds of breath and you're safe. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Scoop your belly in and begin to lower your shoulder blades towards the mat. Keep your feet. Bending your feet overhead with you. Yes. Scooping it as you roll down. Beautiful. Yes. Pause right there. Feet floating overhead. Awesome. Scoop in and roll back up to that teaser position, holding your feet. Using your core. You can try to keep momentum out, but you need a little bit of momentum to get there. So you really got to use, you got to use active legs. You got to use active core. Super challenging, right? Doesn't it seem like it would be so easy, right? So just keep trying. The trying of this is a core workout in and of itself, right? So just keep, it's like, is it possible? Yes. Beautiful, Grace. Awesome. Yes, that's the work of it. So this is like playground Pilates, what I think of when I'm practicing, right? Like this, protect the neck and scoop your belly. Yes, beautiful. Now feel the unison when you get that roll. Yes, that sweet spot. Beautiful work. Scooping in, active. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. You got 3 more rounds of breath to try it out. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Harry's like, no, it's not beautiful. And then come back, draw your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. And take a few gentle rolls from side to side. And we'll do one more super challenging Pilates move before we move on and just do a little bit more heat before we close out. So for this one, Grace, you're gonna go up to shoulder stand. Awesome. Now, from shoulder stand, I want you to really plant your elbows down into the mat, your arms. Imagine that your upper arms that are planted into the mat are your feet in mountain pose. Now I want you to start sending your booty further back on your hands. So back, yes, beautiful. Now keep that space between your ears and shoulders. Scoop your low belly in. Awesome. Now from here, slowly lower your feet overhead to just a hover. Perfect. Now send your hands behind you to gather your feet, your ankles rather. Beautiful. Now scooping in your low belly, use your inhale to fill up. With your exhale, let go of your right ankle and slowly begin to lift your right leg back up to shoulder stand. Keep your hand down there with the ankle. Hand down with the ankle, leg goes up to the sky. Send it all the way to the sky, as close to the sky as you can get it. Feel that wobble? Yes, there you go. So now see where activation has to happen through the spine, through the core, through the leg to lift yourself up. So we're all gonna try this out. It's fun and it's challenging, and that's what makes it fun. So you're gonna try that on the other side as well. Beautiful, yes, just like that, Amanda. Do you have enough space overhead for your feet? Yes, beautiful. Grab your ankles. I know, right? Now float your feet down to just a hover, or you can ground your feet as you're working into the pose, right? So that's a modification. Harry, you can ground your foot overhead and use your hands to hang on to that foot, and then send your right leg up first. Scooping in, and extending, reaching, pressing the mat away. Beautiful. And then switch out sides in slow motion. So over time, you'll get more and more length and more reach. Beautiful. But feel the work of just creating stability here, right? That's a lot of effort. You're lengthening. Beautiful. One more time on each side if your body feels like it can support it. Awesome, Harry. Yes, just like that. That's the work. Excellent breath. And when you finished your last set of play, you'll slowly roll onto your back, hugging your knees in, giving them a squeeze, taking a few gentle rolls from side to side. I don't want you to fret. We haven't forgotten about the obliques. We haven't, right? Like, I know they've just been helpers to this point, right? We haven't shown them the spotlight yet. And the obliques, they need a spotlight because nobody gives them their voice very often. So let's give them a spotlight here. Roll over onto your right side. Yes. Beautiful. Interlace your hands behind your head and stack up on that top elbow. Perfect, Grace. You had it right the first time. Yes. Stack up onto that. So your head's going to be lifted. Awesome. So pressing the mat away. So Grace, can you lift your head up and support on that bottom? Yeah. Yes, exactly. So you want to try to keep your head lifted. And what you're going to try to be aware of, because it's a tendency we will all have, so just a matter of awareness, and I'll speak to it. Don't find yourself pressing your head forward, right? That's going to be the tendency as the work gets to be challenging. You'll try to press your head forward. So really open your heart up. Think of a little up dog in your chest. Beautiful. Hug your core in. Beautiful adjustments. Staying right here. Now activate your legs before we do anything else. Both legs really super active. Then use your inhale to fill up. So Harry, don't shift them behind you. Yes, beautiful, but keep them active. And with your exhale, float your top leg to a hover. Now extend your leg out. Imagine you could continue to grow your leg out and make it go even longer. Stay lifted through your heart. Core is locked into spine. Keep that powerful Pilates breath, pressing the air out. Hold right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Point your toe as you reach your leg forward. Now you're only going to send your leg as far in front of you as you can keep it at that same level height. You want it at hip level height. Only go forward so far without rolling back. So come back in a little bit tighter. Yes. So you may find this to be a very small range of motion. Don't worry about that. If you have a smaller range of motion, it increases the odds that you're targeting the right muscle groups. So you don't want to be rolling forward and back. You want to be stable, lengthen the leg, pointing the toe as you reach forward, flexing the foot as you come back to the start position, moving with breath, inhaling to fill up, exhaling to reach forward, pausing at that front position, inhale to fill up, exhale to flex your foot and send it back. Take 4 more repetitions, moving with your breath, grounding and stability. So keep pressing that bottom elbow. Imagine you're doing a one-legged balancing stand, right? That bottom elbow is the grounder. So you're still active in that top arm as well, but you're really using that bottom oblique just as much as the top. When you finish your 4th repetition on your own, you'll pause back at the start position, reset your alignment, and press your heel back, flexing your foot as you send it back, only to the spot where you start to roll. So this might be even smaller space. It doesn't matter. Just go to what your edge is today. Pause there, inhale to fill up, and with your exhale, point your toe as you reach it back to the start position. Keep moving with your breath, taking 4 more repetitions on your own, remembering that stability is the goal, and pausing to reset to honor form is the way to move forward to growth. Awesome work. Beautiful efforts. When you finish your 4th repetition, you'll pause back in the start position, and keeping that same stability, send your top leg up towards the ceiling. Pause, inhale to prepare, exhale, send it back to the start position. Pause, inhale to prepare, exhale, reaching up. Beautiful, taking 4 more repetitions on your own, still focused on stability, lengthening, beautiful breath. And when you finish your 4th repetition, you'll pause in a static hold at the start position. And here's the max challenge opportunity. Float your bottom leg up towards your top and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, slowly release your legs, then roll over onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Take a few gentle rolls from side to side. You okay, Harry?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'll roll over onto your left side. Setting yourself up in exactly the same way, but also taking notice here of what might feel different on this side. So your hands are interlaced behind your head. You're pressing the mat away with that grounded bottom elbow, keeping the heart lifted, the entire core tucked in and engaged, lengthening through your active legs. Beautiful. Use your inhale to fill up. With your exhale, float your top leg to a hover. Notice if this side is different. You might be like me. I have way big difference on each side. There's nothing to worry about that. Just do the work available on this side. Scooping the low belly in. Keep the heart lifted, active through the leg as it lengthens for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, keeping everything static as it is, pointing the toe as you float it forward just to your edge on this side, which may be bigger or smaller. Pausing, using your inhale to fill up. With your exhale, flexing your foot to send it back to the start position. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, point your toe back to your edge. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, flex your foot back to the start. Taking 4 more rounds on your own, using your breath. Beautiful work. Yes. The detail and focus on keeping that stability is where you find that spark of growth and you create all that sensation. When you finish your 4th round, pause back in that steady static hold at the start position and flex your heel as you send your leg behind you, keeping it level, pausing, and then pointing your toe to send it back to the start. Using your breath to move through each motion. Just noticing the sensations, pausing and resetting as you need. Honor the space that your body needs in each round. And when you finish your fourth round, you'll pause back in a static hold at the start position. Commit to that stability and then float your leg up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, moving with your breath, taking 4 more repetitions on your own. Feel stability in the entire rest of your body. Commit to just that leg moving and feel the engagement through both obliques and your lower core, creating all that stable space. When you finish your last round, you'll pause in that start position, static hold. And if you want that max challenge, float your bottom leg up towards your top for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, roll over onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Take a few gentle rolls from side to side. We'll take figure 4 on your back. So take your right ankle over your left knee, flexing both feet. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders down into the mat and engage your biceps to draw your knee closer to your chest. Creating the amount of sensation that suits you best. And coming back to the breath, allowing yourself to just notice the natural breath here. Feel the breath as it moves with each inhale and every exhale. And maybe focus on sending breath to any spaces where you feel extra tension to invite some ease. Your next round of breath, slowly unwind and lengthen your legs out long and arms long overhead. Take a good morning stretch and maybe just rotate your legs from side to side to find a little release. Then hug your knees back into your chest once again, giving them a squeeze and taking your figure 4 on the left ankle, crossing over the right knee and engaging the biceps to draw your knee closer to your chest. It's remarkable that most of the things that we accomplish or succeed at in our journey throughout this interesting life really just come down to our willingness to do whatever work is necessary to cultivate the results that we think we want. So when we find ourselves struggling with direction or purpose, it can be helpful to come back and examine our true willingness and maybe reevaluating our actual goals. They may not be what we are actually engaging with efforts to create. Your next round of breath, release the side and lengthen out long, taking a long good morning stretch, wiggling your knees back and forth from side to side once again. Then hugging your knees in, give them a squeeze. A supine twist variation of your choice. So you could take a traditional supine twist with both knees going to one side. You might like wrapping the eagle legs and twisted roots version, taking them to the opposite side. You might like just one leg up and over the other, if that feels nice. Yep. And this supine twist is an excellent pose to wring out the body, create a little more detoxifying action, while also imbibing the spine with some needed synovial fluids. And with your next round of breath, gently unwind and maybe take a few gentle rolls to reset. And then switch out your sides. Drawing your awareness to any spaces of tension and sending breath there to cultivate ease and surrender. And as soon as you feel evened out from the other side, draw your knees back into center, hug them in and give them a squeeze. Happy baby. Then hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Reach for opposite elbows across your shins, leaving your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat at first. So you just reach, see if you can reach across. And yeah, it's a lot of reach. Just don't worry if you can't make the connection. Just try. Reach and see what it feels like. Allow your head, neck, and shoulders to be completely relaxed. And the more you squeeze across your shins, you may find a little release through the thoracic spine. And then draw your forehead into your knees, making yourself into the tiniest ball you possibly can. Take your biggest inhale of the day. And with your exhale, move in slow motion and gently float into your final Shavasana. Feel yourself expand and lengthen, taking up as much space as possible. Create heaviness through your whole body as you melt completely down into the ground. Flutter your eyes to close and invite stillness. Slowly begin to invite some small movements into your fingers and your toes. Gently roll your head from side to side. Carefully make your way to your favorite side and use your arm as a pillow while you reset. Take a moment here to affirm your practice. Acknowledge yourself for all of the hard work you put in. And as you're ready, gently press up to a comfortable space. Sitting up tall, however you like. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening, for the privilege of your time and your attention, and also for your emphasis on form and having fun. That was awesome. It's always an honor and privilege to be your guide. The light, love, strength, and teacher in me sees and honors the light, love, strength, and teacher in each of you. Namaste.
Mosquitoes were eating me alive.
I was
I felt them all over me.
Every time that I saw you swatting a bug away, I could feel it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you see, like kind of like when you see a spider.
Yep.
I could see them too. Like they were there. They were on me. One of them, they're like a bug bite.
That's because they know you're so sweet.
Damage.
Good job. How you feel, Harry?
Good. The helicopters are like right above my house right now.
That's right, because you're so close to the.
Yeah.
I hope you
But
guys
it's you.
you're there. Yeah.
I got some mace just in case.
Well, and you're a kick-ass yogi too, so that helps. You know.
There you go.
That was good. That helped. I really felt